turning up today. You're wonderful. And your voice is making a difference. In 2003, we pushed back against the proposed commercial release of GE organisms, also called GMOs, in our country. We can do that again. This bill has been written by industry for industry so that investors can profit. Meanwhile, farmers, growers, consumers and the environment will lose out. The Gene Tech bill needs to be scrapped. In its current form, it would mean that GE and gene-edited plants, animals, microbes and fungi could all be released at any location in New Zealand. Some of them would not even be called GMOs because someone has decided that certain categories of GMOs are safe. Just like that. No data, no research needed. These so-called safe GMOs won't be labelled.
Where have we heard that before?
And when they're in our food, that's it. This would mean that people who have allergies to these GMOs could end up in life-threatening situations. We're told that gene editing is precise, but precision doesn't mean safety. Independent scientists have warned us that gene editing is unpredictable and dangerous. For example, enzymes can cut the DNA in the wrong place. DNA repair after cutting can be sloppy and messy and make mistakes. Contaminating DNA can be integrated into the gene-edited organism. Mutant and sometimes completely new proteins can be formed by DNA rearrangements, and even entire chromosomes can be lost. At every step of the way, DNA changes can result in changes to proteins, which can mean that toxins, allergens and cancer-causing carcinogens may be formed. Data from overseas has shown that genetic engineering and gene editing does not increase overall crop yields or reduce pesticide and herbicide use. GE and gene-edited foods have never been shown to be safe for humans or for animals to eat. There have been no controlled human feeding studies to give us food safety data. Already, some harmful GE ingredients are used in processed food and in animal feed. Think GE corn, engineered with high levels of insecticidal Bt toxins. Think GE soy, canola and corn, often engineered with Bt toxin plus Roundup resistance and sometimes other even more toxic herbicides. Glyphosate, the ingredient in Roundup, the active ingredient, is the main herbicide used on GMO crops and has been shown to kill good gut bacteria, disrupt digestion and weaken the intestinal barrier. Digestive disorders have surged since GMO foods were introduced. Scientists are finding disturbing connections between GMO foods, glyphosate and gut health. Research on rats and on mice fed on GE foods have shown that they developed inflammation, allergies, anaphylaxis, organ damage, changes to the blood composition and damage to the immune and reproductive systems. Another big concern is GE contamination of our crops, our animals and our environment, which would include our native flora and fauna and even what we grow in our home gardens. The bill says that farmers, growers or any landowners whose land is contaminated by someone else's GE crops will have to pay up the cleaning costs and will not be compensated for their lost earnings. Don't think it won't happen. It's already happened multiple times overseas. One farmer in Canada, Percy Schmeiser, was charged huge amounts of money and dragged through the courts because pollen from nearby GE Roundup Ready canola contaminated his non-GE canola crop. He was accused of stealing intellectual property. If the bill passes in its current form, it will be a total economic disaster for the country. A report by an independent economist estimated that the Gene Tech bill would risk export losses of $20 billion. There is no demand for GE produce here or from overseas. It's time to contact food industries and supermarkets and tell them you only want non-GMO ingredients in their products, or that anything they produce with GMOs is labelled. Do whatever you can to buy food labelled as non-GMO or that has been grown organically. Buy from an organic stall at the farmer's market. Grow your own from non-GE seed. Some seed companies are labelling their seed as non-GE. Let them know that this is important to you. And lastly, GE contamination is permanent and irreversible. It's time for us to take back our power because this issue is huge. We can and we will win this. Thank you.